Last week marked 1 full year of us owning chickens, and here are the things that we've learned. Number 1, food equals friends. Chickens are extremely food motivated, and if you ever want to earn their trust or their favor, treats are the best way to go about it. The next thing we learned is that each chicken is an individual and therefore has its own individual personality that doesn't necessarily line up with the breed expectations. For example, our speckled Sussex over there, Shirley, is one of our least friendly hens. When their breed typically is incredibly human friendly, she's more standoffish and does her own thing. And Loretta here, our light Brahma. Brahmas are typically slow maturing and later to lay than most other birds, but she was actually one of our quickest to lay and was actually laying pretty early compared to everyone else, which was surprising. Another thing that we didn't realize was that chickens are so low maintenance. Out of all the animals that we have 2 dogs, 2 cats, and all these chickens. They require the least from us. They are the lowest maintenance of any of the animals that we've owned or any animals that we have ever owned. Essentially, they just need food, water, and shelter at night. And other than that, they're pretty self-sufficient. Now, with that being said, be prepared to fall in love, because all these individual personalities and funny characteristics and friendly nature and low maintenance and easygoingness of chickens, you definitely fall in love with not only them, but the nice breakfast that they provide every day. With that being said, be prepared to have way more chickens than you intend. That's evident. Chicken math is real. Those 2 right there and this little girl right here are all new girls that we added since our first original order, and we're gonna add a bunch more in a month or so in May. So definitely be prepared for that, and be prepared to fall in love with them and want to give them the best and, you know, expand their areas and try to give them better things. So they start off with just that chicken run, but we have since expanded to giving them this fenced-in chicken yard. It's a place to hang out, and then, you know, as a place to integrate new chicks and separate out any problem birds or troublesome birds. We have also invested in another secondary smaller run to give them everything that they need. So be prepared to not only grow into chickens, but grow in the area and the money spent and invested into them, as well as try to give them the best life that you can. Another thing that we've learned is that collecting eggs every day never gets old. You never know who's gonna lay that day, so you never know which eggs you're gonna get, because depending on what breed you have, like we have, all the breeds lay different colors. And so we know whose egg is who, but you never know when you open up that nest box whose eggs are going to be in there. So it's really exciting every day to see who laid, because even if it's the same girls that lay every day, you never know what their eggs are going to look like, because they can vary in size and appearance, depending on the bloom that the girls put on there. It could be a different shade, different size, different shape of eggs. So it's super exciting to come out and find who laid that day and what eggs are in the nest box. We were also unaware how much egg production varies depending on the season. So it's springtime here. You can see we have an overabundance of eggs out here on the counter and in the fridge, because our girls are laying a lot more often. Probably most of them are laying pretty much every day, if not every other day. And compare that to the winter. So instead of getting, right now we're getting somewhere between 8 to 13 eggs a day from our 14 girls that are laying. In the winter we were getting probably, 2 to 6 eggs out of the same 14 girls. So definitely a big difference between winter and spring, but it is always welcome. You'll just have to keep that in mind, and in the spring you might have an overabundance and figure out what to do with them. And in the winter you might not have enough, and you'll have to figure out how to stretch them and make them last. But that is also something to keep in mind with chickens. With 1 year of chicken keeping under our belt, I can confidently say that if you're thinking about getting chickens, you should definitely do it. You will never regret it. They're super low maintenance, super easy to care for, super sweet personality wise, and you honestly can't beat the fresh eggs every morning for breakfast. All in all, they're a great pet and a great addition to any family or homestead, and I highly recommend them. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay Pyrfect.